Hello Bashar, this is Amado from Germany. Hope you're doing great. The other day I wasn't feeling very well. I was bogged down, I guess, in a spiral of negative thoughts. I couldn't get out of it. 2 hours later though, in a matter of 2 hours, my mood shifted. It rose. I went to a preferred state of being. My frequency rose, I guess. I wasn't in control of it. I experienced it. I noticed it. In fact, I remembered your teachings. Oh, I've just shifted now. I went to a more excited, inspired state of being. I just wasn't in control of it. I don't know how I did it. Now, my question to you, first of all, is what happened exactly? How would you describe what happened? And secondly, how can I be at the driving seat? How can I actually control my vibrations and be able to raise my vibrations myself and not just be a puppet and just be driven by some external forces or my subconscious or what have you? I want to be in control of my frequency shifts, if that's possible. So thanks very much. That's my question. I hope you take care.
You are in control, and you were in control just from a higher level. It was all right to go through that process. But the fact that you allowed yourself to come out of it is being in control. It's just that when you're in control from a higher level, it doesn't feel to the physical mind like it's controlling anything. Don't fall under that illusion. You are in control. It's just that the physical mind doesn't always have to be the one to be in control. And when control is allowed from a higher level, it doesn't feel like you're in control, but you still get the automatic result of going to a place that is more in alignment with who you truly are. So let go of the idea that the physical mind always has to feel like it's in control in order for you to know you are in control, and allow it to happen automatically. But in the meantime, when you feel out of control, explore that for yourself and find the reasons why you feel it's so important that the physical mind always has to know whether or not it's in control, because that's the issue of that moment for you. But because you have taken onto yourself some of the things we have shared, then you simply allowed it to function automatically for you, so you didn't necessarily have to feel like you were doing anything. You just know that it will work for you because it's now embedded within you on some level that will always pull you back into the positive side without you having to know physically in your mind that pleasant dream.
Good day, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
My passion is being at the, I guess you would say, the pinnacle of human consciousness.
What does that mean to you, though, in terms of how you express it?
To me, that means being the most evolved version of myself that I could possibly, following the highest excitement.
All right, so you're acting on your highest excitement, which is what? In terms of a physical outward expression?
Well, it's everything. Actually, I have plenty of passions. I've been creating music.
There you go. Thank you.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu, martial arts. I create books and everything.
Right.
So I express myself creatively. What I've been fascinated with is the dynamics of consciousness and the afterlife and the soul. And I'd like to know.
I know that you call it the afterlife, but I would just like to point out that there actually is no such thing as an afterlife. It's just different life. Because you're still alive, so it's still life.
Well, I guess it should be noted, the reason I'm even more fascinated with consciousness, I always have been my whole life, but I suffered a tragedy within the past year. The closest person on earth to me
crossed over?
Yes.
All right.
In my arms, in my presence.
All right. You share something in common with the channel.
Very interesting.
His best friend of nearly 4 decades crossed over 10 of your months ago.
So I believe it was exactly.
And her husband and her sister, all within the same year.
Wow. I believe my experience was also 10 months ago.
There you go. And so, recently, the channel has had a communication from that friend where he saw that friend climbing
a white staircase, followed her up the staircase, but at the top of the staircase she turned and said, "You can come no further. I am moving on to another plane. Go back down." This is what the spirits would say. The friends would love, embrace you, support you, but remind you that there is purpose to being where you have chosen to be, but they are always with you and always connected and always communicating, whether you are aware of it or not.
Thank you.
Does that help you?
It helps me, but what confuses me is, my whole life, it's been, as soon as you become aware of something, it's a choice. It's no
Yes.
longer subconscious. And
Yeah.
lately, it seems like the awareness hasn't been enough to set me free. I've been fascinated with the number 11, my first memory of my whole life.
Yes.
Number 11. And
Yes.
that's my synchronicity gauge every day of my
Then
life.
why not see what happens in the upcoming month that is numbered 11 in your nomenclature? And see if some shift happens within your consciousness with regard to your connection to your friend.
Well, a lot of things have been happening, and I kind of wanted to be in the right place for that time period. For instance, I don't understand how I can believe that there's not a dust particle in the universe that's out of place, and yet the awareness of that is not enough to set me free. For like some days I wake up and
Set you free from what?
the identity of moving on through life as someone who lost the closest person in the world. It's perfectly evident every second of my life.
Yes, but that is because you are defining it as a loss instead of an expansion in a different direction.
How come sometimes I can look up and smile and be jealous and almost say, you got there first, like you're lucky? And
How come? Because you are human. Because you have been brought up with a certain idea in a certain reality, and in many ways you are still part of the consensus agreement of your world. There is nothing wrong with grieving. You can allow yourself to let it be all right to grieve, because it is another process of transformation. You will come out of it as a different person. It's just that you're not out of it yet, but you will be. They will help you.
I've been waiting for help because my best friend, we have a band and we've been making music for 9 years. And then,
Yes.
All his legacy, I feel I've consciously taken on the burden. I'm proud of it
It's not a burden.
Right. It's not. Then why, I don't understand why I define it that way.
That's all right. It's simply part of your grief and part of letting go of the old definitions. You're just doing it in a certain way. And even though in the spirit world they don't really wait for you, I'll just put it that way. Your friend is waiting to make different music with you. When you arrive at a certain place, that will happen, and you'll be able to receive what is being sent that you're not aware of now because of the grief. But when you let that go, when you shift sufficiently, you will see that there is new music that can be created between you in a different way.
Thank you.
It will occur. As you say, in your reality, just give it time.
Is it possible that I was convinced fully that it did occur, and then upon following my excitement I was excited, I really was convinced that I let it go, and then it seemed like I stumbled while following
That's
my
all right.
excitement and then blamed the...
But that's what excitement does, remember? Excitement exposes the idea of that which is not compatible within you with the excitement, so that you have an opportunity to transform it in your own way and at your own pace. So it's doing exactly what it needs to do. And from time to time, yes, you do shift back and forth between realities all the time. So sometimes you do shift into realities where you are absolutely perfectly at peace in the relationship as it is, and other times you choose to shift into realities where you're not. But that's all right, because that's what you're learning, is that you're shifting, and you're becoming more consciously aware of the fact that you're doing that through this process. And that's one of the beautiful gifts that your friend is actually giving you an opportunity to experience by having gone on ahead of you, is the opportunity to experience those ideas of how to shift into the reality you prefer more consciously.
I understand that. Thank you.
All right. Pleasant dreams to you. You will have more communication. and you will be fine.
Is there any way to lighten up, I'll choose the words increase the probability, because I've been following my excitement. For instance, shamanic rituals since then have been the source of probably my highest excitement. And then I had one a couple days ago, and it was the most terrifying experience of my life. I believe you mentioned it yesterday, where some shamanic rituals are with the purpose of feeling what death is like.
Yes.
Maybe subconsciously I wanted to feel that, because I felt I was feeling exactly how he felt, and I was positive.
Well, it's not so much you were feeling how he felt, but you're feeling the idea that you're not ready to transition.
Right, and I thought I was, because I was running towards it, and then when I got there, I was more...
have you heard us do the simple test to tell whether you're ready to go or not? Have you ever heard us give that test?
I'm not sure, it's slipping my mind right now.
Would you like to lie down on the floor for a moment?
Sure.
Go ahead. Lie down on the floor. Close your eyes. Are you there? Are you on the floor? Yes, sir. Are your eyes closed? Yes. Take a deep breath. Say, I'm ready to leave. Say it. All right. 3, 2, 1. Can you open your eyes? Can you stand up? You're not ready to go. Because you see, it is that simple. If this really were your time, you would actually be able to just lie down, say, I'm ready to go, and you would go. If you can open your eyes and get up and keep living, you're not ready to go. It's that simple.
So there's just, I'm going to get rid of the last bit of doubt right now that it couldn't have happened against his will.
No, not at all. The timing was chosen.
Thank you.
The personality may not remember that the timing was chosen, but the overall being chose the timing. And it was, in that sense, well orchestrated, musically speaking.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you direct me in the way to understand more of the afterlife dynamics then of the process of, or is that not where, because that seems to be combining my fears and my highest excitement?
Most individuals, and of course there will always be exceptions based on belief systems and based on what you've chosen to experience, but most individuals, when they arrive on the other side, will simply find that it's like waking up from a dream. Just as you have a dream, and in the dream it feels very, very solid and very real, but then when you wake up in your bed, it is simply a dream, and this feels like the reality. When you die, you will find it's like opening your eyes and going, oh, this is really me, and that was just a dream. You remember it fully. You learn lessons from it. You review it in what is called a life review to see what the consequences of your choices and actions were, and you expand your consciousness by absorbing all the lessons and consequences of the choices that you made in that life, and you take that experience, as you say, under your belt.
And that's heaven?
Well, it is simply the same for all in terms of what they believe they will experience. There is, in that sense, only one place, only one dimension. It's here, it's now, it's just a more refined frequency. Heaven is right here. Hell is right here too, if you want it to be. The idea, nevertheless, is that you will mostly experience immediately what you believed you would experience, or if you believe nothing, then it will be a relatively neutral experience until such time as you go through your life review, and until such time as you are also greeted by those who have passed on, which is a very common part of the experience, because they will help you cross over, they will help you acclimate, they will help you remember who you actually are on that level. Because the other part of the dream encounter that the channel had with his friend that I haven't told you yet is that when she arrived at the top of the stairs and suggested that he needed to go back down the stairs and could not follow her, he didn't exactly recognize her in the way he knew her in life anymore. By going up to the top stairs, by rising to the new level, she actually became more than she was.
Hello, Bashar.
Hello, good day.
Namaste. How are you?
Namaste. Perfect. And you?
Good, sir. Thank you so much.
All right. What would you like to discuss?
Yes. So today I truly believe that synchronicity does happen.
Oh, synchronicity is everything. Everything is synchronicity. There are no accidents. It's all an orchestration. No matter how much or how little a particular event may be relevant for you, it's still happening through orchestration and synchronicity. Everything is.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Yes. So thank you for your time.
Of
I
course.
have a few questions for you, please.
Yes.
In your stepping stone meditation, you mentioned that we don't move through the space. We just create our experiences, we reconfigure it, create a new configuration, and then as space and time moves through us. How does that happen? Can you please help me understand?
All right. Well, again, it's a euphemism. It's a way of saying it's not you moving, because movement, space, and time are illusions. Therefore, you're creating the idea of space and time within your consciousness. So you're not literally moving through something that's independent of you. You're making it seem that you're moving through something that's independent, but it's all happening within your consciousness, and that's what we meant when we said that it moves through you.
I see. So, in other words, is consciousness shifting? And
yes. Yes. You shift the vibrational pattern, and the vibrational pattern shift makes it appear as if you are moving through something that's outside of you, when in fact it's all happening within your own consciousness.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it. One more question, please.
Yes.
How we can develop the powers of third eye? How can we use it in our day-to-day life? The third eye that is in between, like remote viewing, clairvoyance.
Yes. Well, again, follow the formula that we've shared with all of you, because it will leave nothing relevant out. It will always raise the vibration and allow you to become more aware of things you were not aware of before. You will start to expand your senses. They will start picking up on things that have to do with domains and dimensions and parallel realities, and will understand what the probabilities are of something manifesting, or exactly how to navigate yourself to alter those things in the way that you prefer. So it's a matter of simply expanding your vibration, raising your vibration, which expands your senses and allows you to become more aware of things that are going on in more rarefied dimensions of reality.
Awesome. So, Bashar, third eye do exist, right? The one that
your ability to perceive parallel probabilities does exist. That's what you're perceiving.
Awesome. One of the reasons I ask is, there are many modalities out there to read the etheric, your auras, and then I heard that auras sometimes get clogged because of whatever stress and all. So if we can perceive, we can see that, then there are ways to clean up.
Well, again, it's about the person being willing to choose a particular permission slip that works for them. So all these things are just ways of describing when energy may be out of alignment, ways of perceiving when energy may be out of alignment with what a person's true vibration, their core vibration may be, and perhaps providing some interesting, synchronous, and creative way in which they will identify with a permission slip that will allow them to bring themselves back into alignment or heal themselves.
Wow. So let's say when I'm doing that cleaning for someone else, the other person who is receiving that, aura cleaning, so that person is giving me, himself or herself a permission slip.
Yes.
That allows.
Yes, you never heal anyone directly. You have to allow them to decide to align with the idea you're offering so that they will believe in it enough to heal themselves.
Oh, my gosh. That is extraordinary. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yes.
One more question, please, sir.
Yes.
How, the entire cosmos is, as you mentioned, a vibration. So I'm from India. The primordial, one of the mantras, the vibration that I learned since when I was a kid is mantra Om. The sound of Om, right? Om.
Yes.
And I also heard that, it entrains with the vibrations of this universe.
Yes, generally speaking.
How does that work, sir?
Well, again, it's a collective permission slip. In other words, it's your interpretation from physical reality of the essential frequency of all that is. Therefore, it's what works for most people in helping them align their frequency with the frequency of existence, of creation itself.
Wow.
In other realities, it may be a different vibration. But nevertheless, in general, that's the one that collectively can work for most people, since it's part of the collective consciousness agreement that that vibrational frequency interpreted in that particular sound is what represents your connection to all that is.
Wow. Bashar, that's awesome. So when I'm chanting Om during the meditation, or,
Yes.
when they do that, does it gets to the cellular level?
Yes.
It tumultuously, it responds?
Yes. Yes. And in fact, you yourself, when I gave you that explanation, also came up spontaneously and automatically with another vibration that can also work for many people. Do you remember what you said?
Sorry.
That's all right. What you said when I gave you that first explanation was, wow. That can also work, because that was your natural reaction to that realization. So by saying, wow, that can also open up many realizations, many understandings, many aha moments, as you say, can allow you to connect in many different ways, just as readily as Om can.
Om. Wow. Thank you, Bashar.
Om, wow. Om, wow. Om, wow.
It is phenomenal that you're talking to me from 500 light years, because...
Well, no, I'm not talking to you from 500 light years away. Physically speaking, I'm actually in my ship over the vortex of Sedona, Arizona, in your reality.
Yes, physically, yes. But
yes, it wouldn't matter, however, because connections are made regardless of the idea of space and time, since space and time are illusions.
Space and time illusion. Yes, which are extraordinary. So that leads me to another question. I'm from India, and I always wonder, since I started listening to you and Daryl, are there any portals in India, and where are those?
Oh, many, but we'll leave it to you to figure out where they are based on your attraction to certain areas that work for you.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So usually folks in India, they are attracted more towards the temples, historical temples,
yes,
like thousands and thousands of years.
And why do you think they were built in those areas?
Why?
Come on, you just said it. Because of the portals.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. So I